Hi, I'm David. I own and operate Country Whatnot Gardens here outside of Rochester, Indiana, which is about an hour south of the Michigan state line. I grow 25 different species and varieties of bamboo, including Phyllostachys parvifolia directly behind me. And I'm asked frequently if people can grow things underneath bamboo. And the answer is sometimes. This is a row of Lycoris squamigera. Goes by the common name resurrection lily, surprise lily, even naked ladies, which reflects the fact that they bloom without foliage. That is why they do well underneath bamboo here in the north. Would they do well in the under bamboo in the south? I doubt it. This is due to a very specific set of circumstances. Up here this far north, while parvifolia has not top killed for the past several winters once it's been set in, it does leaf burn and drop its foliage in the spring, which allows sunlight to get to the ground in the grove. Now, Lycoris likes full sun when it's in foliage. That photosynthesizing in the full sun allows it to take on nutrients to nourish those bulbs to give it the strength to continue on to bloom and continue to grow. The leaves die back by mid-spring or so when the bamboo is getting more leafed out, and so it's done photosynthesizing. When summer comes along, the bamboo is completely leafed out, the bulbs are ready to flower, and as long as you have the forefront of your grove here thinned out, you'll be able to see the flowers right up in there. And they don't need to really photosynthesize right now because they have that stored energy in the bulb from when the foliage was up earlier in the spring, photosynthesizing and feeding the bulb. So yes, it can work. Would it work down south where this doesn't leaf burn and drop its foliage? I have my doubts, because then you've got dense, dry shade, and your leaves, when they come up on your Lycoris, are not going to be able to photosynthesize. Now, plants in the south, zone 7, 8, that do well in dry shade underneath the larger species of bamboo would include aspidistra. I don't know of anything else right offhand that could grow under it. There is a species of Lycoris radiata, the red spider lily, that grows a lot in the south, all over actually down there, zone 7, 8. Now, would it grow underneath here like Lycoris squamigera is doing? Have my doubts, because its leaves are up on radiata speaking. The leaves come up in the fall, survive through the winter in the south, and photosynthesize, nourish the bulb, and then the leaves die down, and then they bloom in the summer and fall. So while those leaves are up, you're going to have foliage. And in the south, you're going to have foliage on this pretty much all the time anyway. So you're not going to have any sunlight during the photo period of the Lycoris reaching the ground of the grove to feed those Lycoris in the south. This is something that kind of works just here in the north, zones 5, 6, where wind burn happens and then leaf drop and then sun reaches the ground. And then when the leaves are up on the Lycoris squamigera here, then it photosynthesizes. It's kind of a perk of, if you will, of living this far north, where bamboo does get a little bit of winter damage and then recovers. During that recovery period, or just before it, you can have plants that will tolerate dry soil underneath it. And you'll notice that these are actually planted on, the Lycoris, speaking of, that is actually planted on a bit of a ridge down through here. And that's because they needed to be raised a little bit, because this area lays quite wet in the spring. The Lycoris row goes clear up there. It's coming up more sparse up here because as of yet, all of these are not up. It will fill in and be quite full once everything gets up and going. You can see there's some coming up here. They're just not all the way up yet, but this 110-foot row started out as one bulb about 28 years ago that my grandparents gave me. I've been dividing it, separating it, multiplying it, setting it out ever since. So I did not go out and spend buku bucks on all this Lycoris. This is a major time investment. But it looks great. It looks great in there with the bamboo. I'm very happy. If I back up here, I should be able to get more of it in picture. But it looks really good with that. I'm very happy with how that combination has worked. It's quite nice in the landscape. The color contrast with the pink of the Lycoris, the dark green of the bamboo with the nodes and everything right on down through there. That there is quite a nice view. I'm very happy with that. So, Phyllostachys parvifolia and Lycoris squamigera. Beautiful landscape companions. As long as you get wind-burnt bamboo in the winter, the leaves drop. Sun gets to the ground in the spring when these Lycoris are in leaf and needing to photosynthesize. It works just specifically for that reason. If you enjoyed the video and found it informative or useful, please give me a like, subscribe, and share. I'd really appreciate it. Till next time, thank you for stopping by and take care. Bye.